Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Angel R Talk, and you are tuned in to NYC Talking Podcast. So, what's good in the hood, y'all? What's crack-lacking or what's happening?
The city of New York, Boricua from the Bronx.
Hey, y'all know my dog is super cute, right? She's a tiny palm, and people love her. And when I say people love her, people freaking love my dog. I was walking across the street on Queens Boulevard, and a car zoomed by me, slowed down, went back, and said, "Hey, your dog is super cute," and then they took off. Another time, I had this woman stop her car, get out of her car, and come say hi to my dog. I've had huge, frightening looking men come over and say, "Yo, that dog is cute." Most recently, I had a mom and a daughter who were in a vehicle. They were driving on Kew Gardens Road going into Queens Boulevard. They pulled over damn near in the middle of the street. The daughter jumped out. "Oh my God, can I say hi? Can I say hi?" And come over to talk to Peppa. And she stayed there for like, I don't know, 10 minutes talking to me with her mom sitting there, kind of like sort of in traffic, but sort of double parked, playing with my dog. And her mom's like, "Yo, you got to get in the car. We got to go in a second." And she just wanted to keep playing with Peppa. My dog she's a sweetheart. She's a little peculiar at times. If she doesn't want you to touch her, she moves away from you. If she doesn't want to get picked up, she moves away from you. So there's a lot of, I guess there's weirdness sometimes because somebody will come over and they'll go down to pet her and stuff and she moves away from them. Like, you're kind of invading her space. She hasn't really given you her permission. Just because I say you could touch my dog doesn't mean my dog wants to be touched, right? So she moves away from people, and then they look at me like, like I'm an asshole or like I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? And I understand it's embarrassing. You kind of went down, you squatted to pet the dog, and the dog moves away from you. You're calling the dog, and the dog just looks at you. It's not coming to you. They're not responding to you. "Come here." My dog doesn't speak English. I know it may come as a surprise to y'all. She comes from South Korea. But guess what? She doesn't speak Korean either. So, she's a dog. She doesn't speak human language. So when you talk to her and she doesn't respond to you and she doesn't honor the things you're asking her to do, well, it's because she doesn't know what the hell you're saying because she's a freaking dog. That's one. And two, people you could see their demeanor change. Their demeanor changes, and that's not my fault. Why are you looking at me hard? Why are you getting mad at me? I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. My dog just she'll go to whoever the hell she wants to go to. And she's not, she certainly doesn't like getting picked up by people she doesn't know. And that I won't allow. I'm not going to let you pick up my dog. I'll let you say hi to her and pet her. And somebody was like, "Oh, I want to try to pick her up." I was like, "No, don't do that." She doesn't like that. Like, I'll let you know straight up. She doesn't like that. And if she wants you to pick her up, she lets you know. And I'll tell you, yeah, she wants you to pick her up. So it's just weird, like I'm walking my dog and I'll see other people and they'll smile and they say, "Oh my gosh, she's so cute," and I'm always grateful, I'm grateful that I have a super cute dog and people love her. I'm grateful that I walk in the street with her, people notice her and they say, that she makes their day happier and stuff. She's spreading joy and stuff, and I like that, like I that's nice. I don't always want to talk to people. I don't always want to smile and say, "Thank you. Oh my God, your dog's so cute. What? Thank you." How old is she? 4? Pomeranian? South Korea? Adopted. Usually the 4 answers I have to give to everything. Nope, not a puppy. That full grown, full grown. And that's cool. Like, I'm okay with that. Some days I don't want to talk, but usually I'm okay with that. I don't like when people take offense if she doesn't want to play with them or engage with them. Like, I don't like that. So it's like every time somebody comes over to her, I don't know what's going to happen. She might not want to talk to you. She might continue walking. So I don't like that aspect of it, like when I'm engaging with people because they feel kind of embarrassed. You could tell in the demeanor and the energy, and I get it. It's kind of, you just got rejected by a dog and you're trying to be sweet to them and they're cute, blah, blah, blah. But you got to remember, this isn't, dogs don't respond to things the way humans do, right? It's one of the things that I've learned, that dogs are not people, right? So they don't behave the way people do. They don't have the protocols that people do. They don't understand the social cues and nuances and all that crap that people do. And the mistake that people out here in the street be making is thinking that they do. They humanize the animal, and it's not. It's an animal. I mean, at the end of the day, like I do it too. I go, oh, my baby, blah blah blah. I do all that crap, but I know at the end of the day she's a dog, so you can't expect her to respond as a human to things. And a lot of people do. The other thing that I kind of feel a little, it's along the same lines. It's when somebody brings their dog over. Like I see somebody, I'm walking Peppa, and I'll see someone with a dog, and my first thought is, fuck. You know, it's usually one of my thoughts, unless it's a dog that she knows and she's friendly with. But when I see somebody walking with a dog, I'm thinking to myself, fuck, because she's going to want to go to the dog, right? So Peppa's going to want to go to the dog, so she pulls me over to the dog, and then the dog sees Peppa, and he's going to want to come to her. The other dog is doing the sniff thing with Peppa, and then she freezes up and gets scared, and she tries to move away. So we just went through this whole horse and pony show to bring you guys next to each other. And more often than not, Peppa gets scared because the thing is, these dogs out here, they're the majority of them just kind of come in, boom, and try to sniff her, and that scares her, right? I don't know if she was properly socialized when she was a baby and so on and so forth. So, she gets uncomfortable if they get too close too quickly, or if they're trying to jump on her and stuff. She likes being around other dogs. She likes them, but she doesn't like these overly pushy dogs. And most dogs are bigger than her, right, by default. And most dogs are kind of like getting in her space, again, too roughly, and she doesn't like it. She pulls away, and then it repeats the same damn scenario that I'm telling you with the humans, right, when it comes to them being rejected by her or being moved away by her, or whatever the case is. The same thing happens. Oh, come on, she doesn't want to play with you, let's go. Like, dude, they don't know each other. They're just trying to feel each other out, and your dog is trying to pounce on her. She doesn't like that. You got to go easy. There's dogs that we've met out there that she's super comfortable with. It's rare that we find one that is like a perfect match for her. That dog is just gentle, relaxed, and lets her sniff without being overbearing to her and stuff. And then she'll want to play with that dog and stay around that dog. But most dogs come in and quickly get all up in her space and sniff her, and while they're sniffing her, they're pushing her with their nose, because like I said, most dogs are bigger than her, so she gets scared, and then she pulls away. Like sometimes you'll see her scuttle away, and there's times where I have to grab the other, the owner's leash, because they're not holding their dog back enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell they're not doing their part holding the dog back. So it's like, if you don't hold the dog back, I'm going to hold the dog back. You know what I'm saying? So if your dog is trying to pounce on my dog and you're not holding your dog back, I'm going to hold the leash back myself, to control that dog from pouncing on my dog. My dog is scared. If my dog's running away, at that point, you as the owner should pull your dog back. Pull your dog back and hold your dog, and enough, the engagement should be over at that point. But most people, look, she's running. Hey, motherfucker, it's not funny. She's scared, and she's trying to get away. So hold your dog back. And if you don't, then I'll fucking do it for you. And I've done that. Yo, straight up. I've done that several times where I've grabbed someone's leash, and I know they don't like it, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be troublesome, but my dog's scared. You're not honoring her space and the fact that she's scared. So then I'll do it for you. I've done it a few times where I've had to grab the leash, and, I grab it from the end that's closer to the dog, which is out of the reach of the owner, and I'll pull their dog back away from my dog because she's scared, and they'll see it, and then they'll take action. Oh, don't grab the leash. Well, what do you want me to do, man? She's on top of my dog, or he's on top of my dog. Like, I can't have that. And usually that's it. All right, man, take care. Yeah, you take care too. I'm not going to let your dog run over my dog and stuff, So That's why I kind of be like, fuck, when I see people. It's not that I don't like people. It's not that I don't like dogs. If I see a dog when I'm by myself, I'm like, oh, it's cute. I like dogs. But when I'm walking my dog and I see another dog, it becomes a bit of a stressor because of this dynamic that happens, you know. And it's not always like that, you know. I mean, sometimes it's nice or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we're people and people engage in a certain way and animals engage in another way. And humans get offended when the animals don't engage or honor the protocols that humans are supposed to do. But they don't get it. Some people just don't get it. This is not a human. This is an animal. So they behave in their way, a different way. You know? So I really don't like dealing with that. It's just not comfortable for me. You know? I feel like I'm always apologizing for my dog's behavior in the sense that if she walks away from you, oh, sorry, she's just shy. Or whatever, you know, oh, she's a little scared. She's scared of bags. So when somebody leans over, their bag hovers over her. She's scared. She's a scared little puppy. You know, she's a scared dog. So I feel like I'm always having to explain this or justify it. And I'm tired of that shit. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to, like, if the dog walks away from you and you think she's an asshole or you think I'm an asshole, then fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to keep having to explain to people that my dog is afraid of your stupid bag that is hovering over her head and it makes her feel like it could fall on her. You know? Or you got this big ass the luggage and you're dragging it and it looks like it's coming towards her. She thinks it's gonna run over. She gets scared, so she runs away. Like, I'm tired of explaining that to people, you know? Just sick, just annoyed of it, you know? Like, I just want to walk my dog and just, you know, kind of be left alone if I could. But I know that's not going to happen. And again, I'm friendly, I'm social, you know, I talk to people and engage and stuff. But those instances that I'm telling y'all, you know, those awkward instances, I could do without those when I walk my dog. I wouldn't mind if I never had to deal with that again. You know what I'm saying?
You are listening to the NYC Talking Podcast. www.nyctalking.com. Please like NYC Talking on Facebook. Please follow Angel R Talk on Twitter and Instagram. We are NYC Talking, the realest lifestyle blog ever. Thanks for listening.